it straight out the business. We take out the Sims and then take out percentage. Period, break out the minutes from capital M. Now we straight out the sentence. They pay out, I'm finished. Then grade out the lake house, the bay, watch the women I curse. Gon' meet your maker. Lord, please don't save him. Minor bumps since I've been paving the road. I go to sleep, go major. Silver too, but I've been playing for gold. The metal keep close range. I cleaned up, still dangerous. Can't change West Philly raised. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stats up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. This be my tunnel music. Like cut that confetti, I'm running through it. Like play that whole lane, I'm running through it. And if they run at me, let my youngins do it. I just married, I'm honeymooning. I got hot on my own and ain't nothing coolin'. I don't punch in no clock, I sun and moonin'. I'm shot, bullet, proven, let it go. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stats up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. I'm so iconic. Yeah, I'm so iconic. Yeah, they don't get it, but I got it. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Shotgun snap to Nix. They're on it. That's intercepted. Finds a seam. Left side. He's off to the races. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that third down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic, not just knock that ball away.
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to the air, Nix after the pick. That's caught, it's Breece Hall. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. They strike for 23 yards. And it brings up an LA first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
On first down. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Nix from the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. That's the rookie from Auburn. And the Commanders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
DTR to throw it. He lets a heater go deep. He's got it inside the 25. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Touchdown, Washington. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. from the 34. He puts everything behind this one. Wide open, downfield, got it! He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown! The Chargers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Chargers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now it's DTR. He's on the move. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks a little short of that 35. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a 1st. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Gets this to Stover. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Taking a big shot for the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Well, if nothing else, that proves they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to connect.
Complete out to the right. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. If the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st down from the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling.
He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I can just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Big game downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And they had that one contained right at the line. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. Throwing here, Nix. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Badgley able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. So before they can set up for another play, time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Hit made by Josh Uche. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. DTR looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday, right? They're in the film room front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Now Thompson Robinson to throw. Finds Stover. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Handoff now, running right. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a 1-yard pickup there. Now a call to make on 4th and goal from the 1.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. 1st down, didn't score. 2nd down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. He gets one final shot here. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They'll go right side with Hall. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Short pass brought in. And this one does not go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Gets this one away from a tough spot, backed up inside the end zone. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And the Commanders will go on offense. New set of downs for him from the 46. They go play action on 1st. Flushed out of the pocket. To the outside and complete to Olave. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Did the exact opposite here, Kate. And now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Throwing now, Thompson Robinson. He finds Stover. And he goes out a little short of the 40. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Here's DTR to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush, finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
Escapes the pocket. He sends this one. He's got it deep downfield. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders now lead by 10. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Nix from the gun. He finds Johnson. And what a hit there. Alex, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. On first and 10, here's Nix. He's going deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers make it a one-score game before halftime. Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Back to throw. Thompson Robinson. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
It's his running back. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
To throw, Thompson Robinson. That one's complete, right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Finds a man right side. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Thompson Robinson now. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Thompson Robinson back to throw. Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the 2nd half. We're underway. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
DTR to throw it. Throw left side, complete. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Back now, pressure on its way. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Thompson Robinson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
This has been a trend. Yet another interception. And the Chargers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
They'll run here on first down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Hall has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Hall's going to try to smash his way in. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Chargers start the second half with some needed points. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Chargers bring it back to even. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Return starts from the goal line. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Connects on the crosser. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
DTR looking to throw. Chased out to his right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Defense, relentless on that play. As some of them closed in on that pocket, the others took away the easy throwing lanes, and they really influenced that incomplete pass.
Second and 10 now. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. They'll throw it again. Into the hands of Olave. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Second and 3. Forced out to his right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as a QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight and forced the throwaway.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now it's DTR. On the move, hit him, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Fourth and forever coming up. He'll throw it. Olave with the catch. And he's out of bounds, a little short of the 10. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down from the red zone. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 3rd quarter lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And this kick is going to go out of bounds. Oh, my. That's going to place the ball at the 40-yard line. First and 10 from the 41. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Finds his target Hall. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Shotgun snap to Nix. He's on the move. 16 yards on the play. And the Chargers will have a first. From the gun, it's Hall. He's got to gain a 6 there. That was Montez Sweat who took him down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Nix from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Now Nix on 3rd down. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Back to throw it. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, they'll run. Hits a seam at the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Nix again on 2nd. Caught it deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And that play backfired. So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Complete to Shakir. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Offense up to the line fast.
A 10-yard gain, but it's 4th down.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Throw is caught by the back. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. And he's able to push forward to the 25. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd and less than a yard. Throwing now off play action. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I'll say this, unless you're committed to going for it on 4th down, I just don't see why you throw it there. Just power it forward for half a yard and reset those chains, then take your shots further down the field.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. He'll go quickly to the right. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains. They send the tight end in motion. He's got it! And that's a Washington touchdown! Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21.
Commanders 45, Chargers 24.
The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And they're on the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. A give left side for Hall. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd and 4 coming up now. A give right side to Henry. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And it brings up an LA first down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Escapes the pocket. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Nix off the play action. Connects with Johnson. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Hall. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. Trying to run with Henry. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Only a yard that time. A defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
They'll run with Hall. And he's over the line and in. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers get it back to within 2 possessions. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers get it back to a 14-point game. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Commanders are able to cover the kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
And he works this to the 38 before going down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. It's the 2-minute warning here in LA. Commanders moments away from win number 12. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Thompson Robinson back to throw. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Nix. Gets this to Johnson. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 39-yard line.
Motioning the tight end now. Hall running between the tackles. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Nix. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Commanders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Finds Stover. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And the Commanders will have a 1st. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Christian Benford has it. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
All right, one more snap to play here. They'll start this one out with Hall. He cuts it back right. And they finally tackle him after a huge gain. To score this as a win for the Commanders. And they snag some much-needed momentum to end the regular season as they start looking ahead to their wild card contest next week.